Everyone knows E equals MC squared, but I'm trying to come up with my own equation that will show some of Bitcoin's value proposition. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. It's me, Satoshi Guapamoto, and today I want to go over this little equation that I'm working on. E equals QOL equals BTC. And that is energy equals quality of life, which equals Bitcoin, right? And then from here, we can also see physical and digital are not equal, but they are connected via energy. And I'm going to break all this down. This is a working theory. I'm actually going to flesh this out, maybe plug it into ChatGPT, figure some stuff out. But essentially what I'm talking about here is two things. How one, the increase in energy usage leads to an increase in our quality of life. And two, how energy ties the digital and the physical world together, because without energy, these two cannot be combined. They cannot be connected in any meaningful way. So let's start up here. Energy equals quality of life, right? So essentially what I'm getting at here is the more energy we're able to use as individuals, as communities, as societies, as nations, and as a planet, this is actually how we increase human flourishing. This is how we increase quality of life. All right. Think about it this way. If you are living in the state of nature, right, which is the time before society, the time where people are cavemen, essentially, those people have very little access to energy usage. The highest amount of energy usage that they're utilizing is via fire. Right? When you start a fire, you're dispersing energy in a certain way. It's a chemical reaction. You're then utilizing that to warm yourself, to cook your food, which helps you to metabolize certain food. You know what I mean? Like, you can do a lot of stuff once you increase your energy usage, right? We could take this a step further. Once you find a way to create stone tools of some kind, you can then expend your energy to cut down trees. You can then refine that wood a little bit more, make houses out of it, make structures out of it. All of this takes energy. Then, if we want to find a way to run water into our little community, then that's going to take energy. That's more energy that we can use, okay? We're taking the potential energy of the water that's upstream on the hill, and we're trying to get some kinetic energy there, move that water downstream into my village that's beneath the lake or whatever it might be, right? So we're utilizing energy. We're slowly increasing our energy usage. And as this number goes up, all right, we're finding that our quality of life is going up. This continues, right? And then we get to Roman civilization. Again, we're creating aqueducts. We're doing all these different things. We're creating Libra scales or whatever it might be. Whatever we're doing, we're utilizing more energy, okay? We are utilizing more energy. This gets to the point where now we're utilizing electricity in everybody's house, running water in everybody's house, and Wi-Fi in everybody's house. Pretty soon, AI digital assistants on everybody's person, right? We already pretty much have that with the advent of Apple Intelligence and Gemini by Google and all this other stuff. And this is going to continue. All these things cost a lot of energy, but they make our lives better. They have the potential to make our lives better. Sometimes we can get consumed by some of our technology, but in the grand scheme of things, we're trying to make our lives better by increasing our energy usage, all right? Now, we can add other factors such as the efficiency of the energy, how clean is the energy that we're extracting, what is the cost of the energy, all that different stuff. But that's for a later video. Long story short, the energy increase is increasing our quality of life. How does this relate to Bitcoin? Bitcoin is directly related to energy, right? Because Bitcoin is not necessarily backed by energy, but it takes energy in order to mine Bitcoins. It takes energy in order to secure the network, right? So as we see Bitcoin's security increase, as we see Bitcoin's price increase, as we see Bitcoin's energy usage increase, this is also directly tied to people's quality of life, because that's also a factor that we see increase with an increase in energy, all right? Now, moving on to the second piece, which is the physical and the digital being connected via energy. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe and share it if I'm on to something, if you think that I'm cooking right now. Physical and digital. The problem with the physical world is that it exists in a completely different realm than the digital. All right. And that's part of the reason why some people look at Bitcoin and they say, well, this is all fake. It's all just a scam coin. It's all just tulips. I can't touch Bitcoin. It has no value. Where is it? It's in cyberspace. Cyberspace isn't real. It has no value. Energy allows us to tie the physical world with the digital world. Specifically in the terms of Bitcoin, how we use the SHA-256 hashing algorithm, which is basically the math problem that Bitcoin tries to solve, right? By using that cryptographic hashing algorithm, we are able to use electricity, try to guess numbers, essentially, and find the hash. Electricity exists in the physical world. If you think electricity is digital, I dare you to put a fork in the socket. You're going to find out pretty quick. This is not something that exists in cyberspace. All right. Electricity is physical. It's a part of our world. So when we use something from our world, connect it via energy, okay? This is the type of energy that we're using. Electricity is the type of energy that we use, okay? You cannot use fire. That's another type of energy. You cannot use friction. You cannot use centrifugal force or whatever you want to use. You have to use electricity in order to connect to the digital world. This allows Bitcoin to be tied in reality, which is the electricity usage, which costs money. And then we're able to acquire something in the digital world. We can unlock Bitcoins. Every time that we mine a block, every 10 minutes, we are rewarded for our energy expenditure. We are paid in Bitcoins. We are unlocking Bitcoins by using something in our physical world, okay? We are unlocking something digital, but we can only acquire it through physical means. That is how energy ties the physical and the digital world together. That is how energy ties Bitcoin directly with our quality of life. All right. The more energy that we're able to expend to mine more Bitcoins is a direct correlation to the quality of life of, humanity, essentially. There's going to come a point where we are using essentially all the energy that we produce now. That amount of energy will be put towards mining Bitcoin. That will be put towards the Bitcoin network. Okay. And then the excess energy outside of that is going to be used for whatever we're going to be using it for, like what we are today, for stadiums, for concerts, for hospitals, for freight services, whatever it might be. Okay. The abundance of energy allows us to increase our quality of life and to mine more Bitcoin more effectively, to secure the network even more than what we currently are. Look at the Bitcoin hash rate. It continues to go up because the hash rate is a representation of humanity's longevity. Okay. It's a representation of humanity's ability to continue to find more energy sources and apply that towards digital capital. All right. That is what we're seeing when the hash rate of Bitcoin continues to 10x and 10x and 10x and 10x again and again and again and again and again. And that is not going to stop. That's going to continue to accelerate. If you look at that chart, that is an exponential growth function. That is exponentially going up. That is not a linear growth function. This is happening faster and faster and faster. And that's going to continue because we find more ways to monetize energy by using Bitcoin. We find more ways to effectively utilize energy. We find more efficient ways of capturing energy, and that's going to continue, right? And as we find more ways to use our physical energy here, the physical energy that we produce on Earth, to go into the digital realm, more and more people are going to start to realize, oh, I need to put my energy towards this thing because one, I'm securing my own financial future because I'm investing in Bitcoin. Therefore, I want to defend my capital. Therefore, I want to put some of my physical energy towards the digital economy. That's the first thing. And then secondly, people are going to find out that, oh, this excess energy that I don't necessarily need, I'm going to put it towards something that's actually helping the entire globe. Now, if there's ever a point where we actually need to scale back some of the energy usage that we're using in Bitcoin, then we can use that in order to balance the grid. Okay, that's why a lot of Bitcoin miners are able to partner with different states, different counties in order to help balance the grid. Look at Texas. They literally use Bitcoin miners to offload electricity whenever there is high demand, right? So let's say people really need to run their air conditioners during the summertime. You can turn miners off and then direct some of that excess energy and electricity to the people who need to run their air conditioning. When the weather is nice, we don't need to run any AC or heating, then we can use that stalled energy, the energy no one using, then we can apply that towards Bitcoin. This is going to help to boost our economy, all right? Because the energy is not doing anything. It's just wasted. It's just sitting there. And we can't just sit it inside of a battery because batteries leak energy. What we want to use is expend the energy in order to mine more Bitcoins and to secure the network when possible. Are you following what I'm saying? I know there are people who have kind of touched on this topic and they can flesh it out a little bit more, but please tell me if I'm making any sense. Drop a comment, speak to me about this video. Am I onto something? Am I cooking, or is this a yap fest? Let me know. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Gen Z BTC. I'm Satoshi Guapamoto, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone who might find it interesting, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, stack sats or die trying.